All right, about to start game one of the weekend versus the Riverhawks. We have Monse on center to start the game. Nikki on left. Farland and Island on D. Monse dumps it in. And Junction skating it through the neutral zone. They dump it around, wrap it around the boards. Grand Junction in the corner. Sends it up to the blue line. Farland clears the zone. Grand Junction there to get the puck. That one gets sent into the crowd. Walker dumps it into the zone, ends up behind the net. Grand Junction skating it out quick on the far side. Luca there to prevent the first shot. Second shot off the side of the net. Luca skating it up the boards. Quick shot low to the goalie. Dumps it around the boards. Off the glass. Luca dumps it in, goes for a line change. Monte puts pressure on it, comes away with the puck. Sends it left side of the net. Levi with the puck. A little pass back to McFarland. McFarland up the boards. Must have got tapped, no icing called. Island at the blue line, sends it back behind the net. Centered right in front. Grand Junction got the stick on it. They skated out of the zone. Quick shot. Blocked for McFarland. Grand Junction turns. Backdoor. Monse there to prevent the shot. Island putting pressure on it. Levi blocks the pass. Takes it out of the zone. Gets the back pass over to Anya. Anya skating it up the boards. Offside's called. center. Riverhawks quick shot deflected up into the netting. Riverhawks sent it in front of the net. Tipped. Riker taps it with a stick out from in front of the net. And he got a piece of it, but Grand Junction sends it back to the corner. Lucas sends it over to the other side. David played the body, allowed the puck to come out of the zone. McFarland there with some pressure, comes away with the puck. A couple passes, it's out of the zone, but Grand Junction there to get it back. McFarland sends it back out, that'll be icing. Gets the puck off the drop. Loses it to Olin. Olin sends it out. Tipped from Owen. Offside's called. Owen couldn't get his back skate over the line. McFarland sends it around behind the net. Monte gets a piece of it. Grand Junction going to be the first to it in the far corner. Little backhand tap to Riker. Covers up with his glove. Grand Junction gets it. No shot opportunity. Walker putting pressure on it, gets the puck out of the zone. Grand Junction regroups, takes it into the zone quick. Shot deflected back into the glass behind the net. Anya with the puck. Pass out in front of Nikki, that'll be an icing. Grand Junction with a shot. Easy grab for Riker. That one sent into the glass. Owen putting pressure on it. Grand Junction gets the shot wide right. CJ gets through traffic, sends it in front. Swing and a miss from the back door. Highland gets the puck, sends it out of the zone, goes for a quick change. Grand Junction takes it back into the zone. Olin takes the player off his feet, who then takes McFarland off his feet. Loose puck in front. Shot off of Riker, sent behind the net. OB with the puck, takes it into the zone, gets a shot off the blocker. Monte got the second shot, stopped short of the goalie. That's going to be an icing. .43 left here in the first, still scoreless. Owen gets past Luca. Grand Junction in the far corner with it, sends it in front. Another swing and a miss. Johnny putting pressure on it, allows Walker to get the puck. Walker sends it out for an icing, too far in front of Levi. McFarland's pass tipped. Highland's still able to get it up and out of the zone. Grand Junction in the neutral zone. Sends it back to number 26, skating it up the far side. Tried to get in front of the net. That one ended up in Riker's pads. McFarland skates it back behind the net. Able to get the puck out of the zone. Monse there to pick it up. She's got one to get around. She gets a shot 6 inches over the top. GJ sends it back out. Highland there sends it across to McFarland, who's pressured. He tries to send it up the boards. GJ dumps it in for an offsides. Lucas skates it into the zone. One waved it off, the back ref called it. Lucas gets the pass to Walker off his stick. GJ sends it back the other way. GJ dumps it around boards, ends up in the far corner. Luka gets pressure. GJ sends it in front. Anya clears the zone into the neutral zone. GJ dumps it back in. We're gonna have an offside. Or an icing, I guess. Icing called, not offside. Anya sends it back behind the net. Looks like Owen on the far side sends it up to the point. Luka dumps it back behind the net. Pressure on it, keeps it back behind the net. That one deflected to the center to the Grand Junction player. Pass tipped. Luka there to get in the way and come away with the puck. Off the boards, just out of Olin's reach. Walker there to pick it up. Sends it towards the net, picked up by Grand Junction. Skating it back the other way quick. That one knocked down from Riker. He's able to get the glove on it for the whistle. McFarland behind the net with the puck. Should have been interference call there. Nothing called. That one sent to Riker. He sends it behind the net with his blocker. Monte skating through the neutral zone. Shot off the goalie's glove, sent to the corner. That one off Riker's blocker to the far corner. Send right to the front. Off Riker's blocker again, behind him. I don't know how that's not a high stick. Puck bobbled up in the air. Grand Junction smacked it out of the air behind Riker. It should have been a high stick. Nothing called. Grand Junction gets the point. Anya taps it. Grand Junction keeps it in the zone. Sends it to the far corner. Walker in front, turns. Stick tapped as he was trying to get the shot off. Oh, gets past Anya. Sent to the front of the net. Anya there to pick it up. Sent in front to Olin, he couldn't quite get control of it. Puck ends up behind the net. Stops short of the goalie. GJ chips it out of the zone. McFarland there to pick it up at the red line. Offsides, sorry. Caught watching that one with my eyes. dumps it around behind the net. Ends up in the far corner. This puck Riker got a tap on it. Second one off his leg pad. Farland there, putting pressure on it. Centering attempt off Monse's skate, sent over to the boards. Mason gets pressure behind the net. We got Olin and Highland in the corner with McFarland. 10 seconds left here in the period. 5 seconds left. That'll be the end of the first period. Started the second period, Summit down 1. The GTA player goes down on his own. And he comes in, steals the puck, loses it at the blue line. Tried for the pass, deflected off the skate. Back and forth here. Stuck at Walker's feet. Luke comes away with the puck, skating it around to the opposite side. Stopped in his tracks. Ends up getting the puck back. Centers it in front, nobody there. Puck out of the zone. Olin with the puck, it's a pass over. Off David's stick, he's not able to hold on. DJ the burst of the puck. David putting pressure on it. Carlin steals the puck center ice. Skating it in, gets it around one, gets a shot, puts it in the right side. Evens up the score. 12:02 left here in the period. Carlin clears the zone. Carlin sent back down behind the net. McFarland chasing it down again. DJ centers it right in front. Highland got the first tap. Monse cleared it out from in front of the net. Pass intercepted right in front of Michalski. Got a junction with the sock. Bottom right of the net, just under the glove. They get the lead back 2-1 now. Puck came out, sent back in for an offsides. GJ got a stick on it, stopped it on the blue line as Anya was trying to skate it in. Good back pass, picked up by GJ. They had a guy already 10 feet into the zone. Putting pressure on him in the far corner. He goes down. And he got shoved from behind and took the GJ player down with him. Walker skating it into the zone. Skates it across the front. Puck got a little far out in front of him. Couldn't get a shot. And just sends it in front of the net. Tip from Johnny, a little wide right. Sends it to the other side. Monse with a shot. Will they able to grab it? I kept that on mute there a little too long for you. Trying to block out the copyrighted music here. Kind of backfires on me sometimes. DJ just had a nice hard shot in the bottom left of the net. Farland chasing it down here in the far corner. Monte skating it through the neutral zone. Shot right off the player in front of her. Second shot off the leg pad. Farland with the puck, sends it over his head out of the zone. TJ has 1-on-3 there. Shot low off like his glove, and Farland there to pick up the loose puck. And McFarland skates it into the zone, going for goal 2. Puts it in the right side, that's it. That's 2 goals for McFarland here. That puts us down 1 now. Pass tipped, Walker there to pick it up. He gets the pass over to Levi. Levi shot off the leg pad, ends up behind the net. Levi got the last touch into the corner. We're gonna have a roughing called on GJ for, I think, when Levi went down. Summit going to be on a 1.5-minute power play.
Good night, Owen.
Oh, got pass Anya. No icing called. Luka the first of the puck, sends it back around to Anya. And just skates it through the neutral zone. OB almost got a piece of it, then Olin almost got a piece of it. GJ off the glass. OB got there with his skate. Missed touch from GJ. GJ with the body block there. Loose puck in front, goalie gets a glove on it. Shot tipped right into the glove. Quick turn and shot from Luka, deflected up into the glass. Excuse me, that's not Luka, that's Nikki. Farland dumps it back to the corner. That one just gets past Michalski. 20 seconds left here on the power play. Nicky's in for the wrap. Tipped up off the goalie's shoulder and in. Power play goal for Nicky. Puts us at a tie, 3-3. 4:25 left here in the second period. Levi gets a piece of it, tips it back over to Walker. TJ sends it back over to Anya. Quick pass to Luca to Walker. Walker sends it in front to Levi. Hard shot off the left post from Sorensen. Puck behind the net, GJ there. Off his own player's helmet. That one comes out. Luca trying to put his body in the way to prevent GJ from a breakaway. This puck picked up on the red line from Monte. Skates it over to the corner with pressure. Just tried to get it up to the point. Picked up off the boards from GJ. GJ skating it into the zone. Between Luca and Anya, they came over with the puck, didn't allow a shot. Luca skates it through the neutral zone untouched. Shot off the knee, sent to the far corner. Nice little pickup from behind Owen. Sends it across the front, tipped off the goalie. Levi couldn't get a tip himself. Levi sends it back out of the zone. Two and a half minutes left to play here in the second period. Highland slowed the player down, able to clear the zone. Highland with the puck. Farland in the far corner, skating it up the far side. Highland gets a pass to McFarland. McFarland skating it into the zone. Shot deflected off the player in front of him. Walker comes in with the steal. Pass out of Owen's reach, sent to the corner. GJ able to get it through. Obi there putting pressure on it. Anya comes in, she's tripped, nothing called. Owen gets a pass up to Luca. Luca gets around one. Hard shot off the blocker. Penalty coming up in the far corner there. Tripping called. Now Grand Junction, a minute and a half power play. 1:03 left in the period. Shot from the point tipped. Laker able to knock it down and cover it up. That was tipped and started to hook. Loose puck picked up right by GJ. It was tipped from Summit. Sent over the far corner. Olin gets there. GJ knocks it down, keeps it in the zone. Shot off of Highland. Turn quick shot, deflected off McFarland's skate, sent to the corner. Walker sends it up the glass. No icing on penalty kill here. Shot just after the buzzer. Riker able to stop that one. It was wide left anyway. We're going to have 27 seconds left here on the penalty kill to start the third period. Going into a tied 3-3. Tie game, start of the third. Summit on a penalty kill for 25 more seconds. Then it gets passed on down to the far corner. Highland chasing it down. Anya comes away with it behind the net. Picked up in the corner here. Sent wide right. Hard shot. Will be with the steal. Able to clear the puck out of the zone. We're back to full strength here. Lucas wanted to get around. He's taken off his feet. They don't call a penalty there. Highland dumps it around. Gonna end up behind the net. McFarland gets a piece of it, sends it back into the neutral zone. Shot right to Riker. He pulls it back in, gets the whistle. Chelsea on the far side with the puck. Gets a little pass up to Walker. Walker's pass just out of reach of Nicky. Big hit there from Chelsea. Icing called. Back there, the ref on the far side saw it. Summit going to be on a 1.5-minute power play. They're sending 2 to the box for that one. He's getting a 10-2. Refs are talking about it. They put 2 minutes up on the board. It's called a 10-2, but the penalty's going to be served as a 1.5 minutes. And then sends it to the corner, just out of Chelsea's reach. GJ clears it to McFarland. McFarland sends it back in. That'll be offsides. Chelsea with a shot off the blocker. GJ there for the rebound. McFarland, far pass up to David. David sends it right to the goalie. Got a little fancy, lost the puck into the far corner. A little lack of communication there. Had Walker and McFarland both reaching for the stick, hitting the sticks. Wide open player here on the far side for GJ. Harlan comes in, prevents a shot. Gets to the red line, dumps it down, goes for a line change. Luka got a piece of it. GJ holds on. Only with a nice tap, prevents the shot. GJ still comes away with the puck. Player in the back door, Riker saved that one. Tipped right into his padding. We got Lucas getting it into the zone fast, has it hit away. Levi behind him couldn't hold on. GJ skating it back through the neutral zone. Loose puck in front. Loose again, off Riker. Riker scoops it up. Just stands up in the middle of them all. You know, when the goalie stands up like that, he must have the puck, otherwise he wouldn't stand up. I didn't see what was called, but GJ send another one back to the box here. Someone's going to be on another power play for a minute and a half. Loose puck in front. GJ gets a stick on it, pulls it away from in front of the goalie. Finally keeps it in the zone. Tip to Obi in front. He dumps it in. He gets a stick to the neck. Nothing called. Shot off Riker's leg pad. Bounced over to the far side. Even strength here. One for Summit going to the box. I think hooking was called. Power play off here for a minute. We're going to have 4 versus 4. Wide open player gets shot. Put a bar down, you can hear a little ting. No. That was 4 versus 4. Excuse me, that wasn't that Walker that went to the box, that was Highland. We have Walker on the ice here. Olin with the puck. Shot wide left. Walker chasing it down in the far corner. Pass to Olin, he taps it. Luka there to pick up the puck. He's trying to skate it in front. He does. So we're able to shut it down. Second shot sent behind the net. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Puts that one in. That'll be 5-3. Gets to the red line, dumps it down behind the net. Sent back up to the blue line. GJ dumps it down wide right. Ponce there to pick it up, send it out of the zone. Obi sends it to the other side. GJ there to get the puck. Farland behind the net. He's skated through the neutral zone into the zone. Gets a shot off the goalie's chest. GJ there to pick up the rebound. They're going to skate it through the neutral zone the other way quickly. Deflected to the front of the net. Luka picking up some speed. Skates it around the player on the far side. Puts it in, knocks the goalie's water bottle off the top of the net. Puts this back within one. .636 left here in the third period. 1 point deficit. And sent back to the GJ goalie, a little wide left. Chelsea putting pressure on us, back behind the net. Walker with the puck, turn shot. Goalie knocked it down with his glove. Luka sends it back down to the corner. Quick pass from Anya to Luka. Luka backhands it to the corner, goes for a line change. Walker trying to skate it behind the net, gets stopped in the corner. Helen there, stopped a little toe drag. Collision from the big guy on Grand Junction, only able to somehow stay on his feet. Shot hard off the glass, a little high over the top. Pass tipped. McFarland the first to it. Anya with a hit there from behind the scenes, takes the player off his feet, nothing called. Allen skating behind his own net. Pass tipped off the boards out in front of Johnny. Hard shot wide left. Tipped in front, Monse knocks it down. Turns, sends it back into the neutral zone. Offsides. Chelsea dumps it into the corner. wraps it around the boards. That one just gets over Anish, tried to knock it down with her glove hand, not her bare hand. The wraps it around, bounce off the board out in front of the GJ player. Allows Sorensen to pick it up. He sends it right in front. Nobody there for Summit to get a stick on it. Offsides. Island stopped the puck, sent it back the other way twice. GJ grabs it both times. And when sent right to Riker, he bumps it over to McFarland. McFarland passed a little far out of reach for OB. Island skating it through the zone. Quick shot low. Goalie sends it to the far corner. The player from Grand Junction's picking up some momentum through the neutral zone. Gets it around 2, shot, Riker knocks it down, got some help clearing it from out in front, sent right back to him. He sends it back over to McFarland. McFarland looking for some room. Gets a little pressure from the Grand Junction player, comes away with the puck. Dumps it in. Summit just cleared the zone in time. No offsides called. Nice little tap pass to Levi. Owen picks up the loose puck. Sent right back to him. He sends it wide right of the net. Far side sends it across the front of the net. Now Anya trying to keep it in. GJ got the stick on it first. That'll be icing. Timeout called from Summit. Coming up with a plan here to pull the goalie. A minute and 26 seconds left. Starting with an empty net here. We have 6 players on the ice. Minute and 26 left to play. Down 1.
Let's go,
wide open net, sends it wide right. That out of the zone, no offsides, it didn't make it back in. That one's sent from the very far corner. Red line to red line on that one. Penalty coming up in the corner. He's just trying to grab his arm back from the ref. The ref won't let go of him. Yeah, 49 seconds left here, one in the penalty box for each team. Going to finish at 5-on-5. Quick shot off the goalie's sticks into the corner. GJ dumps it back to the corner. Backhand chip to Riker. He grabs it with his glove. .16 seconds left to play here in the game. End of the game, final score 6-4. Much better showing than the last time we played them. We have another game at 8 p.m. against Vail. We'll see you then.